How's it going, Charles Boatstead? So today we're going to be talking about leadership. Leadership, it's like the Boy Scout motto. I love it. I was in Boy Scouts, so don't worry, I'm not making fun of the Boy Scouts. I think I went to Life Scout, actually. That's a little tidbit nobody probably even knew. I went to a Life Scout. I didn't make the Eagle Scout because I did not do the project. Let's zoom out a little bit. There we go, a little bit better. All right, so leadership. Leadership is anything, okay? Leadership is actually everything, I should say. It's not anything, it's everything. Leadership, you're a parent, your friends, your school, your team, your company, you're a boss, you're a manager, anything, like literally anything. It could be even leading your friends that night. It could be leading a girl or a guy during a date. Like, it doesn't matter. Leadership is literally everywhere. Okay, we understand that, Charles. Let's go over what leadership is not. Leadership is not because you're in a certain position that you're entitled for people to follow you. Just because you're the boss, just because you're the captain, just because you're a parent, just because you're a friend that's older than someone else, or a guy that's older than someone else on a team, doesn't mean that leadership just goes outside of the window just because. That's the thing, is that you can have a young leader, you can have an old leader, you could have someone that's educated, not educated as a leader. You can literally, it doesn't really matter. It boils down to one thing. And it's actually two things with the I word: inspire and influence. Inspire. Let's start there. So inspiring essentially is, I just wanted to make sure no one was behind me. Inspiring is essentially where you do something that inspires other. In other words, instead of telling your troops to go into the battlefield, that battlefield could be anything, making sales calls. Instead of telling your kids to do something, yet you don't take out the trash, or you leave your room messy. It's like the kids, like, if you're not even cleaning your room, why are you asking me to clean my room? Like, you're not even doing it. Just because you're the parent, like I said before, doesn't mean that I have to listen to you. It's like, if you join, this is what leadership is. If you join, say, positions of power, and the reason I'm doing positions of power with the air quotes is because I don't like that. Like, unless you're actually in a position of power and you inspire, there's no leadership. It's just management. It's just being a boss. It's just being a father. It's just being a mother. It's just being someone that's older that thinks they're more wise than someone else. If you don't do things, it's like, you know what? Here's a perfect example. So my dad, he's an older guy, and he wants to work out and do things because I do it not pretty much, but I do it 6 days a week. I go to the gym Monday through Friday, and then I'll ride either Saturday or Sunday cycling. And I'll do, like, you know, a decent amount, a decent distance. So my dad wants to go to the gym, okay? So he's inspired. You know what I did before? I kept on telling him, Dad, you should go to the gym. It's really good for you. It's healthy. Get your mind straight. You're older. You know, things like that. Like, keeps your muscles, keeps your bones, keeps everything intact. And he never went. And I was like, dude, I'm like, why doesn't this guy see the benefits? What he wasn't seeing is that I was going every single day. He wasn't inspired to go. So if you're telling a spouse, a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a job or a boss or a manager or an underling, it doesn't matter. If you're trying to do something, or try for someone else to do something, you can't try. If you're trying to make someone lose weight, go to the gym, read, dress better, it doesn't matter. I don't care. Trying to make someone do something, yet you're not doing it, there's no inspiration. You're literally forcing them to do something unless they see you doing it. Yeah, they can want to do it on their own regard, but if they see you, the person telling them, a spouse, you know, if you try and tell your spouse, hey, listen, I think we should make more money, or I think we should start a business, or I think we should eat healthier, or we should talk about a relationship. If you're not willing to change yourself, why would that other person do it? Why would that other person say, you know what? He's telling me I should be nicer, or I should tell him the problems in our relationship, yet he's not telling me the problems? Fuck that, I'm not doing it. It's the same thing in anything. That's inspiration. Number two is influence. So influence is really the act of selling. If you influence your position, it's showing in their best regards, okay? It's showing the benefit of going to the gym on top of the inspiration. That is leadership. Okay? You ask, like, what is leadership? It's not a position of power. It's your inspiration, which is doing, and influencing them. Here are the benefits. This is why you should do it. Here's an example. So drinking water, here's the bottle. So this is, I'm in my office. So this is, I'm in my garage, Ty Lopez. So this is the bottle that I gave one of my employees. She doesn't really drink water that often. And this is, and I tell her, listen, you should have at least 3 or 4 of these a day. And she doesn't. She'll like have tea and things like that. And I'm thinking of ways to show her, because I'm already inspiring her a little bit because I drink a lot of water per day. However, I'm not actually influencing her to actually drink a lot of water. So I kept on saying, you know, it's good for your sleep. Didn't really work. Well, it's good for your teeth. You know, it's good for your body. We're made, whatever, 80% of water, 70% of water. I don't know the statistic. Majority were made of water. Didn't really sleep. However, when I said it's good for your skin and it's good for your energy, clicked. So don't think the benefits that you think is good is exactly the benefits that they're looking for. You know, she could have, for me, I'm like, I want to sleep good. And I know that her body is made pretty much of water and it gives me energy. So she didn't click on the sleep, but she clicked on the energy and the skin because it clears up your skin. It releases the toxins, the buildup. You sweat more, which is amazing. I got to tell you, this is like kind of a sidebar. Sorry, my watch is coming off. A sidebar is if you drink a lot of water, you already hurt. You sleep better, you have more energy, blah, blah, but you sweat way more clean. I remember when I was caddying is carrying golf clubs and everything else at age 12, and I didn't know any health benefits. I just lived. Like granted, there was no internet. We didn't really care. Our family was already thin. I was already caddying, so I didn't care what I put into my body because I was caddying in the middle of July, like burning tons of calories. I was already a thin dude. I was only 12 years old, so it didn't really matter. But my sweat smelled. And I had no idea, but I look back now and I'm like, holy shit, it's the food, and I wasn't sweating enough to just release toxins. So the combination of actually eating properly, along with drinking a lot of water, my body is able to flush it out the way, number one, is peeing it out, and number two is through the skin. So I know that's a sidebar, but leadership, like I said, you need to influence them by selling it on what they want. How do you sell? Greatest book ever is How to Win Friends and Influence People. And the second part is you have to, yourself, you have to be doing it. You have to be making sales calls. You have to be going to the gym. You have to be eating properly. You have to be loving. You have to be kind. You have to open doors up. You have to keep your room clean if you want someone else's room clean. You know, like you have to be the inspiration that they look up to. Otherwise, they're going to say, why am I going to do it? Yet you're not doing it. That is leadership. That is true leadership. It's not being in the position of leadership. It's actually being a leader of these people that you want to be influencing. And it could be something small, anything small. It could be just selling your idea to your company. So, or to investors. Sign up below, having a seminar, subscribe to the channel. Next video is whatever you want. Leave your comments below on what you want me to talk about because, to be honest, it's not that I'm running out of ideas, but I'm going to be making a video, one video per day every week. So I need a lot of ideas, okay? So have an awesome day. Talk to you guys soon.